Grand Rising, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Just wanted to, first of all, acknowledge I was planning on doing this reading yesterday, and you can probably see I've got some bags under my eyes. I experienced another loss, a huge, huge, huge death in my life in my mentor, Liz, who was going to be on my podcast, who had actually done some work with my women's group privately in February, and then she got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and is no longer with us in this plane. So I just want to acknowledge I definitely was not going to do it yesterday. And today, if I seem like I'm a little low energy, it's because I'm still in the grieving space. I specialize in grief alchemy, recovery from grief, death, divorce, loss, any kind of abandonment, wounding is my passion because that's what I discovered from my ancestors that I brought into this lifetime. And so, as always, wanting to be transparent, always wanting to lead by example, that there's times where we just got to take and renegotiate and take the time that we deserve to rest, recover, replenish, and restore. And also just wanting to, out of respect to my friend and anybody else who has lost someone recently, say just have a moment of silence. So I'm going to do that now before the reading. And today is a general reading, no ritual, as we have no new moon or full moon this week. So go ahead and just close your eyes. Deep breaths, nice, long, and slow at your own pace, and just sending her love, sending anyone else in your life that you may have lost, and also just sending others who are homeless, who are experiencing pain and suffering right now. Beautiful. Alrighty. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you know someone who is looking to shift their consciousness, shift their inner game, all the answers lie within. I teach this as a witch, as a priestess, as a mystic, as a yogi. All of our answers lie within. I thought I'd start with a quote today. I don't normally do this, but I just read this inside of a healing book that it, excuse me, hold on one second. This is a quote that goes along with the energies of the reading of what we're doing today. A lot of people don't understand readings, or they don't understand meditation, or they don't understand energy. We are 60% energy beings inside of these meat suits. We're actually only 10% physical, okay? So if we don't tune into the energies inside of us through meditation, prayer, breath work, ritual, sacred space, whatever that looks for you. Some for that's yoga, some for it's nature, some for it's meditation, or even exercise. Whatever is the way you get the energy moving and get clarity in your mind and your heart brain, connecting to that sixth sense, that sixth chakra, that intuitive center, intuit, seeing inside of ourselves. If we don't do that every day on some level, then we're on the hamster wheel of life, and especially triggered and influenced by those around us, including society and government. We become a sheeple. We're just following the herd, right? Whereas all of the energy, Christ himself said, the kingdom of heaven lies within, and you are your own sovereign being, or you're fully human and fully divine. And that divinity is the energy pieces inside of us that gives us a spark, whether you call it a God spark, a source, energy, spirit, ancestors, doesn't matter to me. The answers lie within, and we've got to move that energy to decrease stagnation, pain, and suffering in order to have light bulb aha moments, which is what these runes readings are meant to do. So this quote from Nikola Tesla: if you want to find out the secrets of the universe, I'm going to say that again, so if you want to write it down. If you and I want to find out the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm going to say that last part again. Think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So ultimately, we are energy beings. We are spiritual beings having human experience. And so if we don't tap into it, intuitive, and into our energy centers, which again, no matter what your belief system is, even if you're an atheist, you all agree that if you are tired and you don't have energy, guess what? The answers lie within. You can go to the doctor all you want. You can go to the healers all you want. But guess what? You are your own healer. And sometimes we do things on autopilot because we learned it from our parents. Society says, go to the doctor, get your flu shot. Oh my God, don't get me started on all of that programming, right? So, my goal here is to help you wake up. And so, just some quick announcements before I do the reading. I am teaching yoga tomorrow night, the 8th at Zenden, and would love to have you. It's at 5:30 p.m. So if you want to email me, if you have questions, or just Google Zenden in Chaska, you can join me for that. So the astrology really quickly this week is as always, it's big. Specifically Thursday through Sunday. Sunday, there's a lot of energies that are exactly the same as was when the Berlin Wall came down. So I do suspect that something really big is going to happen in the next week and a half that is at that possible level. We have the war in Iran, we have a lot of unknowns. There's always still the possibility of a big earthquake on the planet. We're long overdue in California for that. So just really going inside to find the answers is going to help you respond to life instead of react. And I know I'm still working on this myself. We all have a lot of karma we're undoing and unraveling for our ancestors, or even just from your childhood. I meet with people every day who are blocked, not having dreams, not remembering their childhood. And a lot of that is because we've had trauma and we've repressed it. And as within, so without, as above, so below. So the above is the astrology and the heavens and helping us purge and cleanse right now our traumas. And you can do it proactively through your daily practice and working with healers or teachers like myself, or you can do it reactively. And that's where the pain and suffering comes in. So you want less pain and suffering, go within, work with a teacher, and let's see what the runes have to say today. So we're going to pull my 3 runes and a bonus card from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. So you can't be driving. Again, go ahead and sit back and relax. I want you to close your eyes one more time. And go ahead and we're going to inhale 2 times together. I'll count out loud. So go ahead, inhale through the nose now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold at the top. Sip in a little more air if you can with the straw. And then sigh it out. Next one, inhale deep. Hold when you get to the top. Sip in a little more through the straw mouth. And then sigh it out. And placing your left hand on your heart, connecting with the seat of your soul, the home of your inner child, your inner wisdom, your inner guru. Guru means shadow and light. We all have shadows, we all have lights. The alchemy of life, though, is to not be and stay victim to those shadows, but to allow them to heal, to rise above, and transcend into the light. So taking a few moments of silence to ponder what have you had challenges in health, wealth, relationships, career, finance over the past week or few days? What has been showing up for you that's been loudest that you want to let go of? And then as you get clarity through the reading today, what is it, the light that you want to call in? Health, wealth, prosperity, abundance, peace, calm, financial improvement. And take one more final inhale. And exhale. If you catch this on the replay, you can always hit the pause button if you're not quite sure, or just say, what do the runes want me to know today? So open your eyes. I'm going to go ahead, calling in the wisdom of Woden and Freya, my ancestors. As always, pulling 3 cards and a bonus card. Having your paper, pen, clearing your space. If you haven't already, if you're just joining me, welcome. Feel free to comment below if you have questions while I'm on this live. Today's just a short reading. The bonus card will clarify. I'll do that at the end, giving you time to make sure you have pen and paper to write with. Aha, beautiful. Okay. All right, so you know the drill. If this is your first time, just follow along. I'm going to have these 3 runes. I'm going to show you one at a time. I'm going to channel and read an intuitive guided message. Again, this is a general reading. Take what lands for you and leave the rest that doesn't land with you. If you want a one-on reading, you can always go to magdalenagrace.com. So take an inhale and exhale. Look at this rune and see what comes through for you: thought, feeling, memory, emotion. So this is Degaz. Degaz is a dawn of a new day. It is a breakthrough and a breakthrough experience. So it's saying that this first part of the week, yesterday and today, again, I would have read yesterday if I hadn't had that sudden death. But this is about polarities also. So I'm seeing, since we're really in a polarized world right now, is having a breakthrough and a perspective of what you're seeing out there. I can speak to this. It happened for me over the weekend, and especially with the death of my friend. Death always puts things into perspective for me. It's always very sobering. It's very humbling. And this represents, it's also kind of got a couple different runes inside of it. This X marks this spot. It's like relationship breakthrough. Have you had a relationship breakthrough in the first part of this week? If it's a relationship to yourself, a relationship to a substance. I'm doing a ritual for $11 tomorrow around releasing karmic ties and breakthrough with a toxic relationship with someone, something, maybe alcohol, maybe substance, maybe a person, maybe a perspective has shifted with that person in your life, and you're seeing a dawn of a new day. It is springtime. So a lot of times as we let go of the winter stagnation and clutter, I'm doing a cleanse right now to help with more release so I can see things more clearly. Body keeps the score. You're holding on to toxins, free radicals. You can't always think clearly. You might have brain fog, etc. So even your relationship with food, have you had a breakthrough around someone, something that now you're like, aha, I get it. I get it. I was overthinking, overanalyzing, and now how can I look at things differently in my life? So again, polar opposites. Are you coming more into neutrality in your thinking mind? Number 2, this is middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. So this is Rhino. This rune I always draw in my car before I go on a trip. So it's twofold. It's a physical traveling thing. Are you traveling Wednesday, Thursday? Are you going somewhere that is really important? And even just traveling, I don't know if you can relate to this, but a lot of times when I travel, that also shifts my perspective. Now, maybe you're not traveling Wednesday, Thursday, so then it's more of an inner reflection journey. We actually had this rune on the last part of last week, which helped me have that breakthrough, that Degaz, that awakening journey. So if you didn't resonate with the first card, you're not feeling like you're having a breakthrough, then guess what? Wednesday, Thursday, the energies support a good couple of days to do inner reflection, retrospection. Come to my yoga class on Wednesday night, do your meditation, do your R for ritual. It's all about going inside to get clarity. So meditation, anything that you can do Wednesday, Thursday to prepare for the weekend would be highly recommended. So that's middle of the week. And then the final rune for basically Friday, Saturday into the weekend. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale and look at this rune and see what comes through. And this one's also been very popular. I've pulled this a lot because guess what? This is one of two runes. This is the masculine rune of spring. Ingwas or Ingas, depending on the Norse or Germanic language, is about seed planting. So it is literally the masculine seed, so like the sperm going into the egg to create something. And it's springtime, so I love this analogy. It's the seed going into the soil being the feminine, Pachamama. What are your seeds that you're planting this weekend? Maybe literal, maybe you're working on your garden. I don't know, but it's to me it's more metaphorical. However, if you are a witchy person and you are planting this weekend, it's also a time to speak to the seeds, speak to the earth, plant with witchy wisdom. The seeds are alive and conscious. The earth is alive and conscious. I talk to the earth every day. I talk to my house every day. Being able to have that right relationship with the seeds that you're planting. A lot of times people will set goals and quite honestly, they just set it and forget it, which is it's okay, but it's very old school. It's very think and grow rich. It's very secret, which is all old school patriarchal stuff that's going out the window. We're more about energetic right relationship in this age of Aquarius. So speaking to your seeds, speaking to your goals, speaking to your physical plants that you're planting, but then also your health, wealth, and relationships. We've got to plant better seeds in our mind right now because of what's going on the planet. Sure, you can be triggered, you can be angry, but guess what? You're supposed to go inside to alchemize that anger and to let it go, let that shit go so that you can plant new seeds in fertile soil. So it actually goes really well with the other two cards. Let me do the clarifying card. This is valerian root, very good for sleep and rest, but this one says acceptance. And it's number 44. So if the number 44 means anything to you, I have charged $44. Numerology is it's building on the foundation of the 22. So acceptance, there's a mouse, there's some mountains, there's some lilies, there's some lightning coming from the clouds. So let's see what the card says about acceptance. So its basic symbolism is intuitive order, loosening up, acceptance, embracing your imperfections, persistence. It's connected to the planet Neptune. Ancient physicians refer to this plant as fu, due to the pungency of its smell, referenced in text as smelly old socks. And if you've smelled valerian root, yeah, it smells pretty interesting. While other names of the plant, such as all heel and cut finger, are common, the Latin origin of valerian's name comes from valere, meaning to be strong and healthy. In medieval Sweden, valerian was sometimes placed in the wedding clothes of the groom to ward off the envy of the elves and protect the marriage. It was said to be used by witches to protect and unbind those who were the target of evil spells. So if you feel like you've been the target of some bad shit, have valerian root as part of your witchy practice. The Nordic goddess Hartha put valerian on her riding crop, causing the stag she rode to increase in power and speed. In combination with the bridle of hops, valerian is suspected to have helped facilitate the journey between realms, which goes with the Rhytho rune, the liminal space often inhabited by witches or between waking and sleeping life. Both the Greeks and Celts used valerian to ward off evil, traditionally hanging it in bunches around windows to repel spirits and protect the home from lightning. So if you need protection right now, call upon valerian. They also used it to consecrate ritual tools, promote peace, provide purification, break hexes, and enhance stability and happiness. A growing number of clinical trials now show how various types of valerian improve sleep quality and alleviate insomnia, exhaustion, fatigue, and pain. So this may be your message. If you have had sleep issues, call upon valerian root, go and find it at Whole Foods or talk to your naturopath or doctor. Valerian resembles Neptune's archetype, as the herb powerfully greatly relaxes the body and mind to experience deep states of rest, sleep, and even access to the other worlds. Neptune is a planet of dreams, other realms, and the subconscious mind, the psychic mind, imagination, and a fundamental connection to spirituality. Valerian assists us in abandoning the story that keeps us bound to one reality, allowing us access beyond our physical body into a greater mystical reality. The guidance today, so really take heed to this part. This is the summary. Valerian supports us by widening our trigger points and helping us to zoom out of a situation that might be overloading you with anxiety or stress. Remember, go easy on yourself and don't push yourself too hard to meet goals. Valerian remedies the internal parts of ourselves that can embody mouse energy. When we're overly analytical and judgmental or in high trigger mode, that's the mouse energy. So that's the animal medicine mouse. You can be overly analytical, judgmental, and in high trigger mode. The message here is to take measure. Although your foundation can be established with great order, there is a certain amount of flow needed in order to enjoy creativity and growth. So the masculine is the order, the flow is the feminine. So that's the polarity of Degas. That's clarifying that. Don't exhaust yourself in the details. Embrace your imperfections. So, in summary, just a reminder, Degas is the masculine feminine polarity breakthrough that we're all looking to right now. Finding that middle point, finding that X marks the spot of a new idea, a new identity. Aries is the month we are in, and all the planets are in Aries. It's about a breakthrough into your new identity. Going inside, or maybe taking a trip, getting a different perspective by going away this week and just having a shift in energy outside of your home. But internal home, going inside the middle of the week is really going to be key to help you have that shift in that Neptunian, going inside, maybe dream journaling. And then that way you can plant new seeds that are going to land in fertile soil. And when we plant the seeds, we connect with them. We can, pray every day. We could do our daily meditation and just be in that flow of whatever shifts are coming this weekend ahead. Like I said, if you're just joining us, this weekend ahead has got very potent, powerful energies. So really coming from that place of acceptance, maybe even like the next 44 days, that was the number on the card, maybe really like I'm doing a detox. It's a 21-day detox. So I could double that and see where I am 42, 44 days from now, from the time of this reading, April 7th. What do you want to see already growing from the seeds that you're planting now? And do you have right relationship with those seeds? Are you taking time for you to reflect every day, to journal, to track your progress, getting off of that hamster wheel, or in this case, the mouse, the negative, overly critical, judgmental mind that, trust me, I have that for sure. So comment below with questions. Comment below, what did you get out of today's reading? If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, share this with someone that you know is struggling right now that could use some clarity. And again, I'm co-facilitating this reading with your higher self, your inner guru, your inner teacher. What I said that landed, keep it. If it didn't land, just let that go and journal after this. Maybe watch this a second time. And of course, if you want your own private reading, go to magdalenagrace.com to sign up for a reading there. So I hope you all have an amazing week. Sending you lots of love. And since I've had 2 deaths in the past couple of weeks, just really hold those you love dear and take care of you. This is spring. Whether it's a cleanse, whether it's exercise, whether it's getting outside more, whether it's connecting more with people, whatever is nourishing and helping also plant positive seeds in your life is my wish for you. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Hire Magdalena for a runes reading or healing session by emailing support@microdosingforhealth.com.